A very good morning to all my dear students. Today we are going to start with a new chapter from your health education textbook, and we will discuss this chapter briefly in this class. The name of the chapter that we are going to discuss today is taken from your unit 9. The name of the unit is the human body, and from lesson 25, and the lesson that we will discuss today is our respiratory system. Now let us begin with the chapter, and let us go into the introductions first. We all know that all living beings breathe in air, or so to say we breathe in oxygen in order to live. Kamot kuno ni kijat bendrio baro ni kijat jikta baro ki badan jik emang as lapatay ni dan kam ring mit siam kana bangin yo ban em na kijik em jing mana si bun sien ni kim ki berat ni ring mit siam ni ring ya ka le air hani ka air kadan kani ka gas ka baktenka oxygen. Breathing is performed by the respiratory system in our body. Kanika jing ring jing penhiar mesin maka mek jing yubril lap trikam lapen long da kanika system ka baju khot ka respiratory system ka badan apa ka tika mek ka phat jing yubril. The action of taking in oxygen and releasing out carbon dioxide is called breathing. Kanika breathing kam de ni ka tang kanika jing ring ji penhiar mesin ka wangi ki bril nen ki jat marat ki wangi ni le man ka puat. Kanika jing ring ji penhiar mesin ni le na ka daba ni ring ya ka oxygen but ni penmi shabar ya ka carbon dioxide na pok kamet ka jungi. Jikun ma bai kane breathing kanika action ka bangi ring mesin ni ring ni tan shapo ya ka oxygen but ni penmi shabar ya ka carbon dioxide. Now, the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide between the body cells and the blood cells to utilize the oxygen to produce energy is called as respiration. Now, mentapat kanika respiration. Kanika respiration kaya pair ba naga breathing. Ka breathing kaditang ka simple action ka bangi ring ya penhiar mesim. Handre ka bangi on respiration kamot ka ba haba ka ni ring mesim ni ring chapo ya ka oxygen. Kato ka oxygen ka rung hapo kamet ka jungi but ling ba kini ki kanika respiratory system ka jungi kanika oxygen ka rung hapo ki snam ka jungi ka rung hapo ki snam but ling ba kanika snam kami kanika carbon dioxide hapo ka lungs ka jungi but napo ka lungs kimi shabar ling ba kanika kumut ka jungi kanika respiration ka ditang ka ba ni ya kaliang ya ka oxygen ba ka carbon dioxide ka badan hapo ki cells ki jungi hapo ki cells jong ka snam ka jungi. Now let us look into what are the different parts of our human respiratory system. And kini ki dekat met ki badan hapo eka respiratory system. Ini pek iwe. Kemudian kong the respiratory system in human beings ki ketup ki include baning kong ya ukumut the nose. The nose is the first part of our respiratory system. Next, the pharynx. Pharynx kadang-kadang benta ke bahasa dian ke kumut. Alright, the pharynx is also the part of the human respiratory system, as you can see in this picture. Jadi pharynx kadang-kadang benta bahasa dian ke kumut. Next, kebalai part trachea laneu, windpipe laneu, tongkora mengikat tongkora rakasi. Uni windpipe laneu trachea udon ke benta pakam siapa ya uneu pharynx. Wan sa kumut, sawan sa pharynx, hain pat dada pharynx sawan sa uneu trachea. Mah laneu mengikat ya rakasi tongkora. Now, the fourth part of the human respiratory system is the larynx, or the voice box, or Adam's apple. Kabangi kasih berborang sikat upudat. Upudat. Uni larynx udah benta joni ka human respiratory system. But sikat uni larynx way voice box lane Adam's apple. Dah kasih sikat uni upudat. Kemudian kedua pilaban ni udi upudat udan hak benta ke bahasa kemat juga rendang ke jongi. Now, we all know that we take in air with the help of our nose, which means we inhale in oxygen and we exhale out carbon dioxide through our nose. Now, if you take a look at this picture here, you will see the different parts of the human respiratory system, starting from the nasal passage or the nose, the pharynx, the larynx, the trachea or the windpipe, and finally your bronchi, your bronchioles, and your lungs. Now, the nose filters the air with the help of the hairs present inside of our nose, and the mucus in the nose sticks to the dust particles and helps to trap and kill some of the harmful germs that are present in the air. Now, when the air enters through the nose, the air is warmed up to the temperature of the body. Kemudian ladang iring mesin kali air kabadai tha, ketukal air kabadai tha anda ka apoi hau kemud, ketukal air kabadai tha kekela Kajuk kajing saat, but kajing saat kepada napok kamet kajung liu beliau. The air is warmed up to the body temperature in the nose. After being cleaned in the nose, the air passes through the pharynx. Now, kali air minta anak arung ni bawa kumut, karung kapoi shau niu kani ka benta ka bingkat kani ka pharynx. Alright, kat kani ka pharynx. Now, the tonsils and the adenoids protects us by not allowing bacteria enter in our body. Now, kini ki tonsil ki bangi dan apa karandang jui ki dan akan dikebenta hasya po jong niu pharynx bangi kat ki tonsils but ki adenoids. Kini ki tonsils but ki adenoids anda ka arung kali air han dikebenta na pharynx. Kini ki tonsils but adenoids ki bat kini ki kenang jingpang ki pada kali air but kim sya ke kali air jabo kepada ki kenang jingpang pada kali air bikin rung syapo jong kani ka syapo jong kini ki lungs ki jongi. Nah, the pharynx is a common passage for the air and food. Hani ke pharynx, kani ke benta ba ke pharynx, kali ke benta ke ba, kali air ke rung ringkat bat ka jingbang. Kani ke juk ke passage ba kali air ke rung bat ka jingbang ru ka rung jingbang kani ka pharynx. Now, when the air enters the pharynx in this common passage, it goes to the food pipe called the esophagus. Now, kajing bam ada ngila bam dengan ka chintul jungin dan ka mouth cavity, kajing bam ka rung ka pharynx, but na pharynx part ka sa rung pau esophagus. Handai ka bai de bat kal air part, kal air ka rung ba khamut bat ka ya chau pharynx, but na pharynx part kal air ka tu chau larynx. Alright. Now, from here the air enters the larynx, which is also known as the voice box or Adam's apple. Borobor uni Adam's apple kabang juga dukasi upudat borobor khamhe haga haki shinrang ban haki kentai. Adam's apple is larger in boys than in girls. Alright. Now, next part, kani kali air anda kala apoi larynx. When the air enters the larynx, it enters the trachea or the windpipe. This is the windpipe here with these blue rings. This is called as your trachea or your windpipe. Now, as the air enters the windpipe or the trachea, it enters inside our lungs through the help of these two bronchi called as bronchi. These structures that separates or that splits or that divides from your windpipe is called as your bronchi. Alright, these bronchi carries the air from the trachea inside our lungs. The trachea is divided into the left and the right bronchi. The bronchi joins into the lungs. The lungs are cone shaped. As you can see, kini ki lungs jongi wave lungs we kadiang but we kaman ki lung ka shape jongu cone ni ki lung laidong. Alright, the lungs absorb about 1/4 of the oxygen which we inhale. Kini ki lungs anda kal air kala rung apa jong ki lungs ki jongi udi lungs utan no ya ka oxygen ka baran kal air bar ka tu oxygen ka rung haki snam haki thiet snam ki jong ni bre. Right, the oxygen gets mixed up with the blood in the lungs. Now, through the blood circulation, kani kal air pat mata anda kala mix bat kasnam ka beran ka blood ka kasnam ka jongi, kani ka oxygen kala syara ling ba kasnam sya kiwe pat ki benta jong ka met ka pat ka jongi. Kila bandra sya kle sya jabing sya kiti sya kejat sya kisnir sya baro ki benta ka met ka pat jongi ki badan kami kani ka oxygen. Now, in the lungs, carbon dioxide from the blood are exchanged and released outside during exhalation. Now, kani ka carbon dioxide pat ka badan hapa ka met ka jongi ubreu. Anda kalau apa ya ulang kan kasnam kami limbang di bronchi kapoi si larynx si pharynx bat kasami bat sabar handangi penhiar mensim sabar kami limbah jong mereka kemut ke jongi. Alright, kemut kena ka oksigen ka rung limbah kemut ka carbon dioxide tu kami limbahi ka kemut. Alright. Now, I want you all to please concentrate on the coming video. Alright, ngakwap hi kementa ki parhab khana ufin sha score apne jimun bha yakani ka video kabangan beli menta.
We cannot breathe underwater because our lungs can take in free oxygen from air but not the dissolved oxygen in water. And why is that? We take in air or inhale through nose or mouth. Breathing through nose is better as mucus and hairs in the nasal cavity can filter out lots of dirt from the air. Then the air enters trachea or windpipe through pharynx or throat. This pharynx has one more opening which leads to food pipe. Whenever air enters it, stomach sends it back as burp. Now, air passes through the windpipe, then the two bronchi, which forms many narrower branches called bronchioles. Small air sacs or alveoli receive the air and oxygen from air diffuses into blood through thin wall of blood capillaries during the diffusion process. Blood cannot exchange gases absorbed in water in this arrangement, hence we can't breathe in water. How do we breathe the air out? The diaphragm moves downward, creating space for the lungs to expand, decreasing the air pressure in lungs. When diaphragm moves up, putting pressure on the lungs, then the air from the lungs moves out of the body or gets exhaled. Taking the reversed path, that is bronchiole, bronchi, windpipe, pharynx, then nose or mouth. We do this process, that is inhaling and exhaling 12 to 20 times per minute.
Now, I hope you all have taken a very good look at the video and have concentrated well on the video that I have just played. Now, with that, we have come to the end of today's class, and for your assignment for today, I want you all to please answer the questions that is present at the end of the chapter in your textbook, page. Answer the objective type questions, that is your number 1 multiple choice questions, all the four questions. Number 2, fill in the blanks, again all the 4 questions, and very short answer questions, all the 3 questions, as well as your short answer questions, all the 3 questions. The answers are all in the chapter. All you have to do is you have to find and write down the answers in your exercise copies. Now with that, we have come to the end of today's class. I hope you all have enjoyed today's class, and until the next time, thank you, have a great day ahead, and take care.